Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Mint newspaper headline. On page number 3, in that, how Indian firms stand to gain from the Australia deal. Next, what Apple unrest says. Then we comes to page number 4, in that, what RBI data tells us about state economies. Then we comes to page number 5, in that, renew to sell 1 GW assets at $1 billion enterprise value. Next, Adani FPO to fund green digital biz. Next, bank credit growth sustainable. Khara. Next, protest erupt at Apple's main China plant. Then next on page number 7, in that ICMR 6 Note for phase 3 trial of first dengue vaccine. Next, cotton exports hits as farmer hold stock for higher prices. Next, government to tap AIIM's IIT on medical device production. Next, railways cruels in renewables journey. Next, states seeks to build NITI Ayog clones to drive inclusive growth. Next, government to take step in case of abnormal rise in wheat prices. Next, Shriram Capital City Union to merge with Transport Finance. Next, GST included in financial information providers list. Next, Telcos AGR grows 18% to rupees 60,530 crore in April-June. Next, tax collection to exits budget estimate by rupees 4 trillion. Next, tech-driven third-party validation to check frauds. Then we comes to page number 8, in that HP to cut about 12% of its global workforce by end of fiscal 2025. Next, Suikolo Capital regrets backing FTX defense waiting process. Next, Misho joins government's open network for digital commerce. Next, Shukola, why competitor invest in health tech platform Red Brick AI. Next, process turns conservative on Byju's has a stake fall below 10%. Next, Norwest invest $32 billion in Celibal. Then in the next, Monster.com to target new age job market with rebranding. Next, Kai Capital closes third fund. Next, CoinSwitch starts cross exchange trading platform. Next, hard to figure out the value proportion of CBDC EY Brody. Then we comes to page number 9, in that Bitcoin crystal ball has a dollar 5,000 to dollar 1 million range post FTX. Next, good exports likely to take further beating. Next, sustaining pre-sales is good but not enough for Brigade Enterprises. Next, UK recession worsening has living cost squeeze bites PMI shows. Next, Innox green shares make tepid debut slumps by 9%. Next, T plus 1 settlement for all F&O stocks from Jan. Next, PSU banks hit fresh 52-week high as Bank Nifty has record level. Next, lump sum flows into mutual fund equity scheme lowest since November 2020. Then we comes to page number 10, in that center issues easier rule on assets valuation entities. Next, SEBI curves AIF scheme with priority distribution model. Next, SC upholds MERC contract to Adani, rejects Tata Power pledge. Next, OEM seek clarity on new EV battery safety guidelines. Next, Adani mega port hangs in balance as fishing community protest. Then we comes to page number 11, in that bank credit growth is sustainable says Kara. Next, India is one among the few market to be in a sweet spot. Next, Adani follows on public offer to fund green digital biz. Next, new rules for social media influencer to be out in December. Next, protest erupt at Apple's main China plant. Next, renew to sell IGW assets at $1 billion EV. Next, Pops ETR's bank on FIFA World Cup to lift consumption. Then we comes to page number 12, in that Jet Airways staff union sends legal notice on legal dues. Next, the changing face of market research. Then we comes to page number 13, in that EU nations advanced European 43 billion plans to become semiconductor hub. Next, 7 dead including gunman in Virginia Walmart shooting. Next, world's most expensive drug to treat hemophilia at $3.5 billion a dose. Next, Kiwi rattled has attack on Ukraine infra cut power. Next, UK Hunt says he wants to keep Johnson's EU trade deal. Next, Manchester United owners consider Sia as Ronaldo exits. Next, China imposes more curbs to rein in spiraling COVID cases. Next, Credit Suisse flags hefty loss in debt quarter has big clients exit. Next, US business activity contracts for fifth straight month in November. Next, crypto collapse leaves investors with less to be grateful for this holiday. Then we comes to page number 14 in that Satyam scam was a failure of CAs. Next, capex deployment expect to pick up. Next, office leasing in October dip 21%. Next, Meta gets 55.5 thousand Indian requests for action on 91,000 accounts. Next, lower smartphone demand drags down Xiaomi revenues 10%. Next, SC asks funerals files related to EC. Next, FDI equity inflows dip 14% to $26.9 billion. Next, Renault makes KPIT its software partner. Next, IRDA suggests single management expense limit. Next, AIMS Delhi serve down affects OPD. Next, SC2 here RA tree matter today. Then next, Meta gets then sorry, I'm reading that again. Then we comes to page number 16 in that sublimits can make your health policy insignificant. Next, Mint 20 mutual fund scheme to invest in. Next, how should I allocate my money to meet retirement goals? Next, know the type of home insurance plan you can choose from. Next, does a rising interest rate mean lower stock returns? Then we comes to page number 17. It's an article section in that corporates oversight is crying out for diversity. Next, the country needs to reimagine its public service broadcasting. Next, a practical data framework for doing business in India. Then we comes to page number 18. It's an article section in that COP27 has thrown up plenty of opportunities for Indian industry. Next, Alexa, will you ever make any money for Amazon.com Inc. Next, Meta crisis team from not telling us the whole truth. Then we comes to page number 19 in that shining a new lens on Mewar's loyal paints. Next, Bob Iger will look to undo old error at Disney. Next, the body by the shore is an oracle of time to come. That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.